But we'll kick things off with the Idol episode 2.
Yeah, so episode 2 starts with her sort of showing the record exec. I don't know what they are. Is that one chick from Hung a record exec? Is
Yeah,
that
so
what she is?
Yeah, so she's the label
She's the
partner.
label. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it starts off with her showing her the new version of that song that she was dancing to in the first episode. That she re-recorded with the Weeknd's character, who you'll get an update on what his name is after this.
Yeah.
And them absolutely fucking hating it, and then basically telling us the sort of backstory about what happened the year before,
which is a bit tacky.
Yeah, you don't throw that sort of stuff in the people's faces. Anyway, so what she says was that she was on tour. They told her to cancel the tour. She said, "No, I can do it," and then ended up breaking down, and they had to cancel the tour anyway. So, and this was all because her mother was dying.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way that they had to throw in that exposition. That's what I mean. Like, that conversation can be had, but the way they were like, "Do you remember what happened?" and then you explain, no one does that shit.
No. It's a little tact was needed there.
That's right, yeah.
I don't understand how the label partner can talk to an artist like that, though. That's what I don't get. Or is she so controlled or easily controlled that they can just get that off? Because I think about label partners talking to, I don't know, NBA Youngboy or Lil Wayne or something like that, and it'd be a different, they use a different octave, basically.
Yeah, they're sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that conversation just confirms, like, what a lot of people know is that these pop stars, they have the natural talent, yes, but they're not allowed to just put out the product that they want to. That shit is designer. It's made for them. We've made a hit for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, someone was talking about it. Someone in the movie industry, in the music industry, was saying, like, I'll make you a hit now. Like, I know what people want, like, now, like, right now. I'll make one for you right now. Take me 15 minutes. I'll do it for you.
Oh, that was Jay. That was Jay on Oprah. Remember? I make you 5 number 1 hits in 15 minutes.
Jesus.
It's 3 minutes a song. He knew back then.
He did. Jay knew. Jay always knows.
You know what's fucked up about me? I sometimes see a song that's 5 minutes, unless it's a heater and a classic.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes 5 minutes is a bit long for a song.
It depends on the song.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a classic and a heater, like, if I'm throwing the Rooster on, I'm sitting there for the 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm listening to the intro as well.
Yeah. Gotta throw on a fucking intro. But yeah, I mean, this episode, they tried to show you a bit more of Tedros, even though he wasn't really in there that much. It was more just snippets and cuts to him. Tedros.
Do tell. What is Tedros' last name?
Tedros.
Yeah, right. It's not a made-up name at all.
No way. You're better off just getting the singular, like the McLovinoff, the seal. Yeah.
That's all
Tedros?
You know? Tedros. No, mate.
He doesn't even look Mexican.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes you get those O's like Jesus or something like that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He can't pull that off.
Yeah.
Mandem's hair's too straight.
Yeah. What I wanted from this episode was, what's the cult? What are they kind of doing? What do they hang out and stuff like that? And it felt very vampire-y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're all there. They kind of
coven.
Yeah.
Witchy, I'd like to say.
Almost kind of like psychosexual.
Yeah.
Like everyone's hugging each other, or like, you know, dancing naked and shit like that. It just
very Woodstock, very hippie sort of vibes. Just fucking hippies.
So I liked that whole sequence though. So when they're going, hey, like let's shoot the music video and stuff. And because Jocelyn's like, well, I'm losing control and I have to shoot this video and stuff, and I don't want to. So she's like sort of trying to put as much control as she can over the takes so that they're perfect. And like toddlers do this all the time. People that are insecure is that they'll try to control the situation. That's what Jocelyn's doing because she has no control. And she does it so much that it just pushes all these takes out. And if like by the end of it, her feet's all fucked up. She was late anyways because the makeup department had to cover up the marks on her legs from Tedros' latest encounter.
Tedros.
In the episode. You know what? Like why I remember it now because I didn't remember it in that first episode, but they make sure that you remember it by Tedros. Yeah. And the only reason why is because I'm thinking of Little Caesars. Pizza. So yeah, I mean, Jocelyn gets to a point where she can't even fucking perform.
Yeah.
I felt like I was getting frustrated. Like that director was like, "Can you fucking go up there and talk to her?" I was getting frustrated because like her role as director was getting diminished because Jocelyn just I wasn't happy with that take, or she wasn't hitting the marks and stuff like that.
That's when the director needs to do the Eastwood. Just start, yeah. And we're just panning back. And while he's panning back, everyone's packing up shit in the back. Yep. And then that door closes and he's out the door.
It's just completely reset.
Just leaves the star in the room by herself. That's it. That's a good story.
Yeah. Or when Spielberg tells Damon, look, we can do another take, and that's fine. Or we can do something over here that's just cinematic magic. And Damon was like, all right. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? Yeah. He didn't do that with Cruise. Footage that just came out recently of Cruise and him together shooting that climbing scene.
Yeah.
And you know how we always thought like, it's green screen or something, and it's not. He doesn't have a harness on, by the way.
With the ladders climbing up.
The ladders, yeah,
that'd be hard.
It's kind of dangerous, but it was Cruise. But yeah,
Cruise moves.
Yeah, he does. He got to do it again. Like I think he said, "No, we've got it." Spielberg said, "No, we got it," and Cruise was like, "I don't know, maybe we'll just do it one more time." And he did it exactly the same the next time. Anyway.
But yeah, like I was saying, I like that sequence of them kind of going through that and Tedros being the instructor with his crew there in the club and them cutting back and forth. Because I was like, he's giving it his all, like grinding and shit like that.
Yeah.
But he's in pain and Tedros is coaching him through it. And it just, it was a weird setup. Because they all like, laying around and shit, just watching this guy dance. I would feel uncomfortable.
Tedros electrocuting him?
It seemed like it. I don't know if he just got that out of grind until he just couldn't anymore.
Oh God. That's a bit much. You know what I love though is seeing the different forms of manipulation that they use on Jocelyn.
Yeah.
To try and get her to do what they need or what they want.
Yeah.
Like he what's his face? Hank Azaria will come through with the father figure sort of angle, and then you've got the that black chick that comes through and is sort of like a mother to her and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got her assistant that just does whatever.
Yeah.
That assistant.
Whatever anyone says.
Yeah.
Badly. She's going to fuck up the whole operation.
I reckon.
Yeah. She's going to be the downfall.
For some multicolored eyebrows.
She was like, that was the...
It's a wild look. I'm sorry.
That is.
I don't even care if they're in LA. That is a wild, wild look.
Yeah. That's giving me like vampire vibes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It was like half and half Blade or something. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah. It was half and half Blade. But yeah, all of this happens. Jocelyn is just fucked up by the end of it.
Mm.
Which is understandable. She's been doing, like, dancing 60 times back to back. Dancers were exhausted. I actually like that she actually acknowledged them. Sorry, guys. And just, like, it's almost like she has that mental break in that moment. And you find out then as well, it's the first time she's done something like this or shot a music video since her mum passed.
Yeah.
Which you can understand it to be traumatic.
Mm.
I don't know what they were kind of doing all that for. And, like, there was a lot kind of happening. And if there was a big enough pop star, they would shut that whole set down.
Of course.
Straight away. And she says that at the start. Hey, I'm not getting it. I don't want to do this now. Can we come back tomorrow? And it's almost like, we could, or maybe we won't. And she gets the sense that she can't trust him.
We could, but we just have to do this now. You have to show them that you can do it first, and then you can take your time off and come back tomorrow. Wow.
Yeah, that is wild. And then it sets the stage for basically Jocelyn being ready to link up with Tedros.
Oh, but before that, the chick that's helping, the Asian chick that's helping Jocelyn get ready with the dance moves and everything, gets to looks like she gets signed.
Yeah. They were quick to jump on that.
Oh yeah.
Man. That was slimy. That's slimy shit. I think this is Weekend just, like, getting out, exercising all of his, like, industry demons.
Yeah.
They also find out about Tedros.
Yeah.
Tedros.
Yeah, it's when you find out his name is Tedros.
And he's been in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he's been in LA for 6 months, and before Hawaii, nothing.
Yeah.
The O just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the end was wild as well. There was a couple of things in there. So one, like, The Weeknd bringing all of his crew.
Yeah.
It was a bit crazy. Didn't expect that.
She was like, come over, and he was like, yeah, I'll bring my boys and girl with me. You're right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's so much manipulation that kind of happens in the house, and like you kind of needed that to see how deep they can kind of sink the hooks in. Yes, the assistant gets railed, and just like she's in straight away, even though she said, "Hey, can I ask you some questions and stuff?"
Yeah,
because you find out that Tedros is he's management.
Yep.
And you also find out
Cheyenne is his artist.
Yeah. Such a dirtbag. That's like big dirtbag moves.
He's playing the
Anyways,
game.
He what's his faces, manipulates Jocelyn into some freaky sex.
That people are saying it's the worst sex scene ever made.
I've seen worse.
I don't know. What Deezus posted something that was just fucking hilarious today. It was just cool seeing Deezus actually posting again.
Yeah. I don't know, but that whole scene, I felt uncomfortable just watching. You said
roses are red. A single cigarette is a Lucy. Pilates instructions be like, fucking stretch that tiny little pussy.
It was those instructions that got me. I didn't I think there's a layer that he's trying to sort of break through in that fantasy, sort of that dialogue that kind of happens in the bedroom. But no one could say it with a straight face.
No, except for him. But in turn, didn't you think it was weird that he's in the show and they're playing his music over?
Yeah,
I found it kind of weird and meta, and Like, is this the fantasy? Like, is it the Weeknd having this fantasy, or like what's going on here?
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, you know what's crazy? I was laughed today. I seen it. There was an article. The Weeknd was like, Tedros is supposed to be a bit of a loser. I was like, yeah. Now you say that, mate.
We know, mate. We called it.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's responding to the critics saying, "You talk like a loser."
Yeah,
that's what I felt. I didn't feel like he was comfortable in that role as seducer, because it's a sly role that you got to play, and there's a way to play it. There's O's that have played it perfectly, like Sharon Stone plays it perfectly.
It's impeccable. It's flawless. Sharon Stone's portrayal as what's his face, Catherine Trammell. Yeah, like it's amazing. It's amazing to watch. Like, she should have like at least got like, okay, yep, Oscar. Like, we can see what you were doing, but they just wouldn't give that. There's no way they're giving that.
Yeah, because it's unflinching when she does it. When Weeknd does it, he betrays the performance because his voice doesn't carry it. Like, yeah, the show can carry a tune.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got enough in his voice to kind of, that confidence in his voice that can sort of carry that scene. And that's a tough scene to do. That wouldn't have been easy for anyone.
I'm not trying to hear Mike try to seduce someone like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a bit funny to me. All right, Mike. Like, you just do the other voice now.
But yeah, they end the episode with this weird convergence of a new family.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's where she kind of feels like she belongs, is with them. She feels comfortable. She's finding her groove. She's getting her groove back. You know what I mean? She likes that artistic presence. And The Weeknd, smooth as hell. I think I should move in for artistic purposes.
Yeah. Like, all right, mate. We know how artistic you get.
Yeah. Now suck this guy.
Oh, no.
Like, please. And seeing him in that motion,
yeah,
like undoing the zipper, you know that I was fumbling.
And I don't ever want to see that motion from The Weeknd.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Tedros.
Turned old Lily Rose into a bobblehead.
Yeah. You sticking around for the next episode or not?
I am. The next episode, what I need to see, so like with this episode, it was about, I want to see the cult and how they're operating and stuff like that. Obviously operating out of the club, very vampire, sort of no natural light and stuff like that. The next episode, I want to see what they want, what they're doing. Because if this so Tedros just appeared out of nowhere, is it because he's like, he's scamming O's left, right, and center, and he's changing his name and stuff and just jumping state to state? Or is there something supernatural afoot? Because if they're going to pull like the supernatural card later on in the season, I could be down for that. And that's what's sort of keeping me going. That's like the hooks. I don't know where the show's from, and I guts to know.
It's from Hawaii.
6 shots, though. Aloha, champion.
I know. Hawaii?
In Hawaii. That I said that straight face, too.
I know. He tried to get it off. Like, really? Like, we're not doing that. We're an Australia champion.
Samo said Beyonce, too. Oh, shit. But yeah, not the most solid episode. Like, it's not the greatest second episode ever. It expanded a little bit. But overall, I thought that the characters, like, they got a lot to do, but they didn't move the dial. Like, second episode in a 6-episode arc, he'd be doing a lot more.
That's essentially episode 3.